Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy George coming back with another bullish video. And if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. And if you're returning, you're an OG. And today I'm going to be covering ICP, Internetcomputer, what I believe is the most undervalued token in the market. So right now we are currently at a price of $5.59. And we're back over a 3 billion market cap, which is good. And as you guys know, we got more demos of Caffeine AI. And what we can say is Caffeine AI is looking pretty good. It's looking pretty darn good. But let's get to what we got to get to today. And also, I got to say this. XRP been going crazy. All I got to say is I'm not mad, you feel me? ICP not going up. This is why you gotta have other tokens that you mess with. I got XRP, I got Bitcoin, I got a few other coins. So just remember that. ICP is my long-term play, but I have other coins. But let's start on X, you guys. And I'm gonna start with something from Marcus AI ICP. He says, breaking. Definity collaborated with Anthropic AI to bring Caffeine AI to life by using Sonnet. Can we see an official partnership soon? And this is Anthropic AI. They have 589K followers. We're an AI safety and research company that builds reliable, interpretable, and steerable AI systems. And let's hear what the guy from Anthropic had to say.
And Pierre, I know that collaboration and partnerships have been central to getting caffeine to where it is today. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Well, 100% right. I mean, that's why we're extremely...
That's right, y'all. We making partnerships. People keep saying, where's the partnerships at?
happy to have our friends from Anthropic here as well, right? Because Sonnet is, as it stands today, a key part of caffeine. So working very closely with the model providers is key for the success of the product.
So y'all see that we are collaborating with Anthropic. Okay, now we got something from Kyron, no BS crypto. And he's doing a comparison between Bitcoin, Ethereum, and ICP. So let's look. It says Bitcoin, 7 transactions per second, 51% of compute by handful of miners, medium-high fees, no smart contracts, ETH, 20 to 30 transactions per second. Institution equals 50% of staking power, very high fees. Basic smart contracts, need layer 2 for interoperability. And then we got ICP, infinitely scaling transactions per second, 300 to 1,000 transactions per second on a single subnet, reverse gas fee, canister smart contracts, native interoperability with chain key. ICP represents the constant evolution and innovation in this space. Bitcoin came out in 2009 after the financial crisis. 6 years later came Ethereum. Add another 6 years and we're at the birth of ICP. There's levels to those L1s, and ICP is seemingly sitting at the top when it comes to pure tech and mass utility. So you see Bitcoin 2009, Ethereum 2015, ICP 2021, and let's not forget that Dominic and Vitalik, they have worked together before. Okay, on to the next post from Crypto Banter. It says, what if the crypto cycle top is just 120 days away? Here's 8 steps on how to prepare before it's too late. Let's go briefly over it. It says, step 1, understand the timeline. Historically, Bitcoin tops 12 to 18 months after halvings. So 2013, halving, top 370 days later. In 2017, it was 518 days later. In 2021, it was 546 days later. 2024 halving was April 19th. That puts the estimated top between late October and mid-November 2025. All right, number 2, lock in your strategy now. Write it down. When will you exit? What targets will you sell at? Are you rotating Bitcoin into Bitcoin, Ethereum, or alts at the end? If you don't have a plan, the market will make one for you and you won't like it. Step 3, rotate into strength, not hype. The narratives that pumped in 2021 aren't guaranteed to run again. Look at L2 leaders, real AI use cases, spot ETF laws, RWA adoption, new sector gaining VC support. Step 4, don't marry your bags. People held their alts all the way down in 2018 and 2022. They told themselves it'll bounce. It depends. Take profits into strength. Even if it's just partials, you can always re-enter with a plan, okay? Step 5, study previous tops. The signs are always there. Celebs entering, meme coins flying, everyone quitting their job. All right, step 6. It says that's not a single to 8 min, it's a warning sign. And step 6, plan for cycle volatility. Even in bull runs, the market shakes out the weak. Flash crashes, fake outs, new driven panic. You need conviction and flexibility. Stick to your system. And then it says number 7, it's boring. Don't forget taxes. Depending on your jurisdiction, selling means capital gains. Know the rules. Track your entries and exits. Don't get caught unprepared. Net profit equals cash in your bank account. Step 8. This is the final stretch. If November really is the top, you've got 120 days to position yourself, execute your plan, secure your freedom. This is the phrase where the smart money exits and retail gets left behind. And the takeaway, you don't need to time the exact top, and you do need a plan. The next 4 months could change your life or wreck your future. Your edge isn't prediction, it's preparation. Save this post and stick to it, not financial advice. Lock in. Okay. And this was one of the presentations from yesterday. This was actually my favorite one too. This was a lady, she was talking about an app that basically helps you learn everything you need to do when you have a new hobby. And it says, watching presentations by the amazing Caffeine Hackathon winners this minute. I now realize the self-writing internet will turn online apps into a new form of human communication, medium used for self-expression. Among other things, it's going to be epic. I love that. And that's the girl. This was a cool app right here, y'all. Now we got something from Kyle Langham. It says Dom just demoed a future where you clone apps and evolve them to your preference instead of just install and live with whatever the app dev team decides to push. And he did it with a Stripe integrated app, Self-Rating Internet by Caffeine AI. Let's go. Now we got something from ICP Insider. It says Caffeine AI will be having its own app market where creators can upload their apps for others to use. This will be the first fully on-chain and decentralized application marketplace. ICP is truly here to reimagine everything on the internet and set a new standard. Remember that. Reimagine everything on the internet and set a new standard. That's why it's good. If you're trying to make money right now, you definitely need to diversify your portfolio, but do whatever you want at the end of the day because it's your life. Okay, on to the next post from Party Hats. Let's go. It says, founder of ICP got them curious. Is that like Bill Gates and well, I know who bro is. That's the dude that created Facebook. You feel me? Zuckerberg or something like that. Okay. And you see him, look, let's look one more time. They looking back at Dom like he's the man with the plan. Love that. So now we got House of Chimera. It says some AI chain will break out from the pack, but only one becomes the real infrastructure layer for agentic apps. What would you build the future of decentralized AI? Let's see. He got Tau, Nair, ICP, Render, Filecoin, Fetch AI, IP, and GRT Graph. I'm going with ICP. I'm going with ICP. You see, there's people putting ICP. We got a strong community. Do not sleep on the true decentralization, the layer, the Web 3. My bad, y'all. All right, now we got something from CloudStrike. It says ICP. Didn't that launch in 2021 and instantly crash? Yes, so did most of your crypto bags. But guess what? Didn't vanish. The tech, the team, and the stubborn few who stayed to build. For the sensitive ICP maxis and new to crypto chads, another useless thread. And he's basically just, giving information about ICP. Like right here, says you could create dApps with gas fees. It's talking about Rust and Motoko. Okay. Now we got something from ICP Jesse. It says, my first live hands-on test of ICP Caffeine AI. And look at that. Look at that, bro. Bro is creating something. And this is really cool, y'all. All right, on to the next post. And this is from Andrew Tate's dad, Emery Tate. It says, cowards die 1,000 deaths. A brave man only one. Stand against mediocrity. Fight brainwashing. And this was from 2011. But hey, if y'all like Andrew Tate, man, this is the guy who birded him. You feel me? So he already got all the smartest thoughts. You feel me? All the good thoughts. But on to the next post. It says, I don't want to say this, but even when ICP showcases the greatest tech in crypto, the price barely moves. At this point, they could land a man on Mars and still the price would be under $6. ICP is the most agonizing coin to hold in crypto. Damn, bro, you must not have been around during the XRP case, bro. I done went through a XRP case, bro. So just know, bro, it was agonizing to hold XRP also. All right, and I'll tell you this, bro. For a while, I was holding XRP. People finding out about crypto were looking at me like, oh, you an XRP holder? So just know, bro, people will doubt you, but don't let the doubt get you out of your position. All right, now we got something from Lazy ICP. It says, ICP fuels Caffeine AI. And let's look at the actual post. It says, ICP fuels Caffeine AI, the only platform for fully owned tamper-proof web apps, made possible by the Internetcomputer, unmatched blockchain capabilities. How it works. Caffeine AI uses ICP canisters to create and host entire apps directly on chain. Chain key cryptography makes apps unhackable and tamper resistant. Subnets provide scalable infrastructure without centralized servers. Why it matters. Big tech can't control apps that you truly own. On-chain apps are secure with hacks and vulnerabilities. Empower anyone to build unstoppable websites and dApps. Caffeine AI on ICP is the only way to build a sovereign digital world. So just remember that Caffeine AI is in a league of its own. And if y'all hear my fan in the background, y'all, just know it's hotter than 3 fat women in a sleeping bag out here in Cali. So I'm sorry, y'all, if you hear the fan. But now I got something from Snazzy ICP with the whole book and essay post. So it says, from watching the stream and talking to friends who were at the event, caffeine seems to be what I expected. Long post ahead. TLDR. Caffeine AI is great. ICP is greater. Hey, this is what we gonna do, y'all. We gonna take this post. It's too long, y'all. It's too long. It's too long. It's too long. Look at that. Look at that. It's nothing wrong, though. I love the dedication to the project, bro. Control C. We're going to go right to the chat GPT. Stay logged out. Command V. Can you break this down in one paragraph with main point? keep it short. You gotta always make sure you tell it to keep it short when you want to keep it short. Alright. Let's see what we got. And of course, ChatGPT wanna be lagging. Alright. So we gonna come back to this, y'all. We gonna come back. I'm not gonna forget. Hey, but thank you for this post. Snazzy ICP, you a real one, bro. Alright. Now we got something from Lark Davis. He says, are you ready for the banana zone? So these are the different phases. This is the 2011, 2012. This is the 2014, 2015. This is the 2019, 2021. And this is the 2022, 2024. So are you ready for the banana zone, you guys? On to the next post. Back to back from Lark Davis. It says, this looks like the calm before the alt season storm. I can feel it in the air. Can you? So I'm asking you guys, can you feel the alt season storm in the air? I can feel it. Now we got something from Income Sharks. If you had invested your COVID stimulus checks into Bitcoin, you'd have 26K. A family of 4 would now have 83,000. How much was the COVID stimulus check? How much was COVID? I think it was like 1,200 or something like that. How much was the code? Oh, so look, it was 1,200 per individual, and then 2,400 for a married couple. Let's retry that. Gonna come back to that. Okay, so it said if you put the 1,200 in, you'd be up 26K. That's a beautiful return right there. And if you put in the 2,400 or 500 or 2,600, the 2,400, you'd be up 83K. Good returns. That's called being patient. Now we got a back-to-back from Income Shorts. So he's showing something about NVIDIA. Shorting long-term stocks isn't a profitable strategy. I've seen Michael Burry lose more than win. Here's another stock he shorted a month ago. The Big Short has been a huge disservice to traders because they think they'll catch the next short and blow up their accounts trying. Ooh, that's why I say it's better to dollar cost average sometimes and just be patient, y'all. Now we got 3 in a row from Income Sharks. It says Ethereum is up 113% the past 3 months. So just know, if you're an Ethereum investor, I know you've been going through the trenches. But right now, it's not looking too bad if you're an Ethereum investor. And that can only mean that soon ICP is going to get its moment to shine. I know it. All right, on to the next post from Rect Capital. If you are feeling FOMO now, just know there will likely be another dip in the future. And it's always better to FOMO on a red day rather than a green day. And I used to love the band Green Day. But yeah, so you heard him. It's always better to FOMO on a red day rather than a green day. And we got a back-to-back from Rect Capital. It says Bitcoin. Bitcoin has broken out into price discovery uptrend, and altcoins have started rallying exponentially as well. Altcoins will likely continue to run as Bitcoin makes new high in price discovery uptrend too. So we are in price discovery right now with Bitcoin. And where's the dominance at for Bitcoin? Bitcoin's at 70% dominance. So Bitcoin is dominating right now. Okay, let's go. IC terminal. It says ICP. Exchange balances reach 52-week high. Let's go. The amount of ICP held on centralized exchanges just crossed 51.7 million tokens, marking a 12-month peak. Let's go. And now we got another post from Income Sharks. One of the best looking charts right now is Ethereum. And I'm only saying this because I don't have any Ethereum. I did at one point, but I don't have any Ethereum. But just know ICP is doing what Ethereum can't way more efficiently. Vitalik Buterin, he looks up to Dom. That's all I gotta say. So now we got something from Based Giant. It says ICP is one of the very few coins with great tokenomics and literally no issues. Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and other chains either have high dilution or wash trading risk. You see that? Internetcomputer is at 27. Okay. See that, right? So now we got ICP is the most advanced blockchain on Earth. Fully on-chain AI, smart contracts with internet access, reverse gas fees, and no AWS middlemen. Ethereum and Solana are running Web 2. ICP is Web 3. Don't fade the tech. Don't fade the tech. And I'm actually going to go on this fairmarketcap.com because as you can see, they do have ICP at 27, but I do remember sharing another post with that link, so we're going to wait on that. Now we got something from Cloud Strike Thunder. Let's go. It says, CK Bitcoin is the Trojan horse, not a side quest. Why? Bitcoin on ICP might be the smartest play of the decade. All right, and let's see why. It says Bitcoin isn't dead. In fact, it's more alive than most fiat currencies pretending to be. And while Twitter clings to meme coins and medium-term AI hype cycles, the real alpha play is quietly nesting inside a canister on the internet computer. It's called CK Bitcoin, and it might just be the Trojan horse that drags the real liquidity into the ICP ecosystem. Let's break this down. We're not going to break it down right now. We're just going to read this first one. It says 21 million Bitcoin, 21 million per coin. Sounds ridiculous. So did a 1 million price target in 2013. Satoshi didn't just make sound money. He created digital scarcity that could outperform every fiat experiment in history. If Bitcoin adoption continues at 1 to 2% per year, simple math and constrained supply puts us squarely into the multi-million per Bitcoin territory by 2030 to 2035. This is not meme math. This is fundamental, long-tail conviction packed by global distrust in centralized fiat systems. Now combine that with self-custody, instant finality, and canister smart contracts. You just described CK Bitcoin. So I'm going to just read it, y'all. It says, while you wait 10 to 15 years on ICP, look, we all love Definity. Their tech is years ahead. Their architecture is pristine. Their intentions are noble. But here's the part no one wants to say out loud on Twitter space. Retail investors don't have 10 to 15 years, especially if they're footing the decentralized bill. It says they have jobs, rent, families, and also maybe $500 a month left over to invest. Telling them to stake ICP indefinitely for 3 to 5 maturity per day while ignoring Bitcoin's previous ROI path is not just tone deaf, it's financially negligent. ICP is a long game. Bitcoin is already on the board. Not financial advice. Maybe. I like the realness right there, though, y'all. That's real. Let's see. It says, enter CK Bitcoin, the overlooked opportunity. CK Bitcoin isn't a toy. It's not a wrapped Bitcoin gimmick. It's the most decentralized, non-custodial, interoperable Bitcoin standard available on any chain today, and nobody's marketing it. Meanwhile, DeFi on ICP begs for liquidity. Instead of waiting for VCs or governments to adapt ICP, you can plug Bitcoin liquidity into canisters today, build dApps that pay winners in Bitcoin, launch games where prizes are in Bitcoin, not speculative tokens, settle invoices in Bitcoin with web speed and no gas fees. You want capital markets? They follow liquidity, and Bitcoin is the global liquidity. It says what every smart investor should be thinking. While everyone's waiting for Caffeine AI to auto-generate the next breakout DApp, the real ROI is hiding in plain sight. Short term, Bitcoin goes from 60K to 250K. Life-changing money. Long term, ICP goes from $8 to 800. Generational wealth. You can hold both, stake ICP and stack Bitcoin. Use ckBTC to give your ICP DApp actual utility and liquidity. This is not maximalism. This is intelligent diversification. And then it says, final word, ICP equals Bitcoin. And that's the point. Bitcoin is the revolution. ICP is the infrastructure for everything after it. You don't need to pick sides. You don't have to pray that your 8-year neuron pays off before your lease is up. You just have to recognize that ckBTC is the on-ramp, not the reward. And not the reward. The liquidity is here. The future is now. Don't miss it again. I love that. And repost that if y'all mess with that. I'm going to repost that, y'all. Because I feel like that's real, y'all. People are sleeping on ckBTC. Now we got something from Moses. Let's go. It says currently, to keep a single app running on ETH, Solana, or any other chain for a year, you need at least 1 million. Let's look at the picture. It says, but to keep the same app running on ICP for a year, you might just need under $5. The difference is clear, and the future is bright for ICP. So you see this right here. ICP is allowing you to build a whole infrastructure without paying millions of dollars. But people gonna sleep on that, you know it. Now we got something from Kurt. He said ICP and Anthropic AI have partnered to bring us Caffeine AI. True Web3, no bullshit. Dang, my bad, no BS. Unlock the creative entry barrier to software. Government gateway utopia. So yeah, let's read it from the picture. Why this partnership makes sense. Anthropic AI with ICP says future-proof AI models, unlocks true autonomy for AI, scalable low-cost compute, data sovereignty and user ownership, synergy with Anthropic's safety mission, immutable memory for long-term reasoning, community-governed evolution, ideal for edge plus on-chain hybrid systems, brand differentiation for Anthropic, AI time blockchain flywheel. So don't sleep on the on the ICP and Anthropic AI partnership. And now we got something from Eric Canister, because I know y'all been missing her.
Hey fellow ICP enthusiasts,
What's up?
let's keep it real. Some folks were skeptical about Caffeine AI's potential to burn ICP due to the off-chain LLM component. But yesterday, we saw 100 testers get involved and bam! 17,000's ICP went up in flames. Don't you just love it when our doubts are proven wrong? The world computer is alive and well, my friends. Hey fellow
Dang, no Definity song at the end. But that's true. It feels good when you prove the doubters wrong. And that's all I'm going to do. That's the name of the game. Prove them wrong. So now we got a post from Jay Nolan. If ICP burnt 17K ICP, that's like $100,000. Which doesn't change if ICP price goes up. But if dev invest early, get double the spendable output on every multiple. This is the real gold rush trigger in my opinion. And this is a post that said, so many people told me that Caffeine AI is not going to burn enough ICP because of the off-chain LLM component. Well, yesterday around 100 people tested and we burnt 17K ICP. Make your own conclusion. ICP equals world computer. Let's go. Okay, and this is the post from fairmarket.com. It was posted by Yo Pierre. So on fair market cap, let's see where ICP is ranked. I think it's at 27. And then on coin market cap, what, we at like 36 or we're at 37 on coin market cap. So just know we were at 35 like 2 weeks ago. Now we've been passed up by Ethereum Classic. So yeah, ICP is at 37 right here, and let's see where it is at on fair market cap. We got ICP at number 27. Okay, so on fair market cap, we're in the top 30. All right. So now we got something from Callahan Brown. It says, multi-million-dollar Caffeine AI play. Build super functional CRM templates for industries that need privacy. Doctors, lawyers, accountants. Deploy them 100% on chain using ICP. No AWS, no middleman. Just clean, secure, and own your data software. Sell clones, scale forever. And this is what I'm telling you guys. We got different plays on ICP. Don't just think, oh, I need the price to go up. No, you can use Caffeine AI to start business ideas and help other people start their ideas, and they could pay you. So now we got something from ICP Mint today. Will ICP hit $50 in this cycle? It's 50-50 to me. I think we can at least hit 20 though. All right, now the last post from Simon Savvy. It says, if you don't study, you'll end up like him. And it says, shut up, lady. I'm buying the ICP dip. Bro on the street, drunk, passed out. He's just waiting for the day that price go up. And let's go to ChatGPT today. Okay, so this is the post broken down short form. It says, Caffeine is a great showcase for building apps on ICP, making it easier for non-developers with features like smart system prompts, one-click deployment, and simple web IDE. However, its real power comes from ICP itself, the truly innovative platform. Tools like Cursor already enable similar app creation on ICP with even more flexibility for developers. And as general purpose AIs improve, Caffeine's advantage may fade. Still, Caffeine is a valuable step on making ICP accessible for more people, even if it's not uniquely groundbreaking. So I like what he said right there. Caffeine advantage may fade, but it says it still makes it valuable because it's making ICP more accessible for more people, meaning that when you're burning those cycles, that's helping ICP's price. But all I gotta say is thank you guys for watching. And if you're not invested into ICP, I don't know what you doing. But thank you again, and y'all bless.